I think it's important that we really rethink innovation because honestly, of all the buzzwords utilized in business today, what you find is that innovation is going to rank among the most popular, but I also find that it's among the most widely misunderstood. And actually, if you go to the dictionary and you look up the definition of innovation, you're going to find it's simply the introduction of something new. So it could be a new idea, a new way to reposition your business, new way to package your product. So really, when we talk about innovation, it's kind of ironic. We're just discussing creative and resourceful approaches to productivity, more original solutions when it comes to problem solving. And actually, here's another common misconception, is that innovation, it's not always about those cutting-edge breakthroughs or game-changing technologies. And in fact, if you do your homework, what you find is that simple shifts in business strategy or even simple shifts in perspective can be every bit as powerful as new technology and groundbreaking discoveries. And what's curious, as I went about researching a new book on leading with change, and you speak to scores of leading innovators, what you find is that most importantly, innovation is simply a matter of perspective and a process of constant reinvention. Okay, this is pretty cool, right? Because what you find is that organizations of every size, every background, and individuals of every experience level absolutely have the ability to leverage core principles of innovation to succeed more frequently going forward and on a greater and more consistent running basis. So if you think about it, if you look at some of the research, what you find is that every year, Booz & Company, who studies hundreds of the world's top innovators, they've discovered actually what the leading source of competitive advantage for companies like Google, Amazon, and Samsung is. And shockingly, these market leaders, they don't have more time, more money, or greater resources to throw at problems. Actually, their key source of competitive advantage is proven time and time again to be just that they simply provide their people with better platforms for brainstorming, sharing, and experimenting with and acting on new ideas. So put in plain English, they pretty much just give their people more chances to speak up, more chances to share their insights, and more chances to take action when new opportunities or challenges present themselves based on what they're seeing out there in the marketplace. And actually, this is another cool, kind of fun fact, is that these leading innovators' source of new ideas, their best source of new ideas, new concepts, new ventures is also pretty surprising because time and time again what studies show is that it's simply listening to their customers. So once again what we have is an area where frontline employees who are closest to customers on a day-to-day running basis are often those best poised to spot rising concerns or rising areas of interest. So as a result, what you find to stay in tune with changing business landscapes and continually reestablish competitive advantage, more and more businesses, they're not just simply investing in ways to operate more productively or cost effectively like they would traditionally. They're actually investing in platforms and programs for improving teamwork and improving communications throughout the entire organization because they're recognizing that everyday workers are those closest to buyers and often the most informed audience inside the entire organization. So with that in mind, these enterprises are growingly looking to create leaders at every single level. And they're increasingly looking to these change agents that they're helping support and grow throughout the organization to help them stay more attuned to changing markets, to make more informed decisions, and to explore new avenues for driving business growth and value. It's really, really neat. So just to give some examples, right? You got big data leader EMC. You got business units who routinely will put their most pressing strategic problems to their employees to solve. And they'll do it in the form of innovation contests. So workers can suggest solutions online, they can get feedback from their colleagues, and they can vote for winning ideas which wind up being turned into real-world rollouts, real-world concepts and products. And amazingly though, here's the best part, is that many of EMC's most promising new innovations, they tell me, are coming from when employees who've seen these ideas online are independently teaming up on a global basis to bring even concepts that weren't technically winners of these contests or the losers per se to life. It's really, really neat. And actually over at pharmaceutical giant Merck, these guys are doing some cool stuff. So they make medicines like Claritin, skincare products like Coppertone. They're not just tracking professionals' work output either, okay? This company is actually tracking which projects its people are most interested in pursuing and working on. And the reason is because Merck has found that when it comes to new and innovative ventures, they found that when it assigns leadership to people who have the greatest past experience or accomplishments, it doesn't always mean much. But when Merck assigns leadership of these projects to individuals who are most excited and enthusiastic about them, that are capable of doing the job, it's actually found that performance levels are proven to skyrocket. And actually, as a third example, if you go to personal finance software maker Intuit, what you see is that leaders say their only role now is to remove the speed bumps in experimenters' way. In other words, executives have made it possible for workers there to pretty much quickly, cost-effectively propose ideas via online collaboration and sharing tools that they've put in place and secure the resources they need to bring these projects to life, then quickly run prototypes, real-world experiments, pilot programs in actual real-world market environments. And it's been hugely productive and hugely revenue-generating for the company. So really what you see is corporate culture is a big piece of the puzzle when it comes to innovation, and absolutely every single person inside an organization has the ability to help it be more innovative and be more successful. Simple changes can produce big wins, big results. It's all in how you look at innovation and how you look at the problem.